Who was Boudicca? According to Dio Cassius, a Roman who documented historical and military events at the time, she was huge of frame, terrifying of aspect, and with harsh voice. A great mass of bright red hair fell to her knees. She wore a great twisted golden necklace, a tunic of many colors, over which was a thick mantle fastened by a brooch. Queen of the Iceni tribes, which was tribes in eastern England before the invasion of Roman soldiers in 60 AD. Boudicca was married to one of the two people who were granted power after the invasion. Due to this and Roman law, it dictated that she was granted 50% of his belongings, property, and power after his death. However, after he died, none of these were given to her. She was beaten and her daughters raped. This was the beginning of her story. Many people at this time in these tribes were mistreated in such ways. They weren't granted other things that Roman citizens were granted. So she used this to motivate people, to gather people around her, the largest group ever seen of these tribes from England, to lead the strongest rebellion, again, ever seen, against what seemed to be an undefeatable Roman force. With these soldiers, men and women combined, she conquered 3 major cities. Camulodunum, which is modern-day Gloucester, the capital of the Roman Empire at the time in England. Londinium, modern-day London, and Verilium. After the second victory, the 9th Legion was sent to her. In the Legion, there are 5,000 armed centurions. However, and no historian knows why, only half of this force was sent, and they were easily defeated and outnumbered by Boudicca's army. After this, her threat was taken much more seriously. She was met by the 10th and 11th Legions at the Battle of Watling Street. This battle was the officers were so certain of their victory that many of them brought along their wives to watch it. Instead of being captured, and taken as slave by the Roman soldiers, Boudicca and her daughters both took poison, and that was their last hurrah, the last rebellion against the Roman officers and Roman force. All this was done by a woman. In a patriarchal society, this was unbelievable. Nobody thought a woman could lead this strong a force. Nobody thought anybody could lead this strong a force against a Roman legion. But it is said that she is the only one who could have done this. So who is she now? In England, her story was almost lost through the centuries, the Bronze Age and Enlightenment. It wasn't until Queen Victoria's reign that her story is brought up, and it's for purely political reasons that it was. Queen Victoria wanted to be tied to this strong female Celtic warrior who showed no mercy, who fought a battle nobody else could fight. Due to this, she is now taught across the country in primary schools. She is known by most British citizens and has a statue close to Big Ben in central London. In England, her story is well known, though for many of you it will be the first time you've heard it. In short, Boudicca was mistreated after her husband's death. This motivated her to lead an army against an undefeatable Roman force, a strongest force against them at the time. As a historical figure, a symbol for human desire and freedom of justice, she is taught. And I believe she should be taught here as well, not only because she's a national symbol for something that our country strongly believes in, but due to the fact that learning of other countries' history connects us to them. So that's why I chose Boudicca. She was someone who, when I learned about her in primary school, was a huge influence to me, and I hope she was interesting to you guys as well. Thank you.